All right, so I'm talking about Kinobody, and I actually agree with a lot of what he says. I get some hate in the fitness industry, but I actually agree with a lot of what he says, and it's really counter to what a lot of people are doing. A lot of people are doing these high volume workouts, endless nonsensical movements where they're just balancing on Basu balls and everything. So I'm going to touch on the things that I like real quick about his program, and then tell you the one thing that can make it even better. What I like about it is he focuses on the main movements. He picks great movements, and he tries to just get stronger at them over time. Your overhead presses, your incline bench presses, Bulgarian split squats, chin-ups, those are all great movements. Honing in on those movements instead of just trying to confuse the body and just trying to get stronger at those main movements. I love it. I love his frequency that he does 2 to 3 days a week. I think that's beautiful. And if you're a natural lifter, you're not on steroids, I think that's the perfect spot to be. You can't really push the body that hard 7 days a week. It does not work like that. You got to let your body recover. You got to come back stronger the next time. So I love that 2 to 3 day week frequency for pretty much everyone, even advanced lifters. I think that's fine. He's big on pushing to failure, which I like. So he trains to failure, and he recommends that because that sends that signal to your body that you got to get stronger. You don't leave it an option but to get stronger by training to failure. So love that. He's doing a lot of the right things. He does low set amounts, like 2, maybe 3 sets. I'm big on like the 1 to 2 sets mostly. So right there too. But you'll notice if you follow him on social media, and I've noticed this the past few years as well, that he's hurt a lot. He's always got a sternum thing, a shoulder thing, cranky joints. Why is that? And what can he do to prevent that? I think it's to train slower, control the rep cadence. Now, I've heard him say that he trains fast so that he can be fast and explosive, but what a lot of fitness professionals don't understand, I didn't even understand this till a few years ago, is the Henneman's size principle. And what that states is if you train to failure, by the end of that set, you're fatiguing those fast twitch muscle fibers. So, let's say you're doing a set of 8, and 8 is that absolute failure point. First few reps are going to be the slow twitch muscle fibers, then the intermediate muscle fibers are going to kick in after that. Then those last couple reps before that failure point and nearing that, and as you get to that failure point, you're stimulating those fast twitch muscle fibers. So you are going to be more explosive as a result of training slower, but you won't be hurt. Regardless of the tempo, if you're training at failure, you're probably going to get the same results. That's what studies consistently say. I actually have found better results training at a slower tempo. I encourage you, maybe do a lot of those things. Pick your movements that agree with your body, that you can just progress and get stronger at them. Train 2 to 3 days a week really hard. Train to failure. Back off the amount of sets. Don't do 4 sets per exercise. Do maybe 1 to 2. He recommends maybe 3 on some. I like that 1 to 2 range if you hit that failure point. But just go slower. Control that tempo. You are in control of that weight. That weight is not in control of you. Your body is not just a thing to move that weight from point A to point B. The weight is a thing to just stimulate the muscles. It's tools to stimulate the muscles. So really use those weights to stimulate the muscles, not just think about moving it from point A to point B. Train at failure a couple days a week and slow down the tempo. I think if Greg from Kinobody did this, he would have the same exact results, but he would be injured far less, probably never. You'd have to back off the weight a little bit. And then he would actually, as a result of that, have better results because then he could train more and he wouldn't be hurt all the time. Give it a shot, guys, and let me know what you think in the comments.